Hey, what's up, guys? Bueller here again, and it's May 11th, and we have the daily stock watch list review. Beyond, BAC, AMD, Nvidia, BA, Tesla, Square, Facebook, Microsoft, Roku, and Netflix. Also dropped a few notes here and there. Not a crazy amount of notes compared to the other times, but it's just a good notes on there. Today, I was pretty much just saying there was a lot of stocks. Here on the top, you could see I said a lot of S&P 500 is extended down for the moment in a possible spot to drop harder or bounce strong. Watch SPY VIX ADD for stronger confirmation, and watching the VIX and ADD helped us out a lot today. As you can see, SPY pretty much just did a V today. But yeah, let's go through the list. The first one was Beyond. That's not the ticker. So here on Beyond, I said above 132 or below the 127 to 128 range. We never really had to worry about that, and we got a very clean confirmation on this. I personally scalped Beyond today because it's probably my favorite stock. Scalped it right on the gate here. I'll go to the 5 minute, show you exactly what I did, what I watched. When I played this, I saw the break. I already was thinking bullish. I went to the larger time frames, and I'm thinking bullish. So if I do ever in the day think I want to play puts, I just don't. I just don't get into it. I don't give myself a bias. I look from the bigger picture. My friend Devin taught me this. But I look at it from the bigger picture, and then I see what I want to play. I was leaning more towards calls, and I really got my pop that I wanted to see. I was glad to see the pre-market range was pretty tight, so I just used that to my advantage. But I got the first pop here on the second 5 minute candle. I pretty much got in at, I think it was 8:39, so I got in towards more the top of this candle, or the middle, before it actually popped, because at the very end of this candle, it did most of this movement. And then I sold towards the top of this at about 8:45. Oh, no, wait, that would be the bottom of this candle, actually. So, yeah, around right here somewhere. So, clean scalp. It was only about, I think, 20%, 22%. Nothing crazy, but good scalp there, 6 minutes. That's really what I was aiming for off that. Nothing crazy. But that's how you would play that. Just based off my level. I gave you the reason on why I chose those levels. And then it kind of just cascaded down the rest of the day. It didn't really have another really good pop. I mean, you had a good reaction here to the top of the break above. So you had a good, retest confirmation here, but nothing amazing. And then you never really had to worry about the break below. Go to BAC, another play that I scalped. I didn't actually get the early entry. I was just circling where you would have entered. But I actually ended up entering, I think, about this candle or this candle. It was one of those two. So I got in a little late. I got in after this little consolidation movement. This could have just as well been a reversal because of all the other stocks that were flying, but I was thankful enough that it didn't. So my, kind of late entry was still paid me. I sold for 10%. I think I sold somewhere on this candle. I didn't ride it out too much longer. As you can see, it probably was good that I did that. It didn't really drop a whole lot more. But I think I'm looking along BAC very soon. If we get another green day tomorrow, I think some swings on Beyond is going to be good. Or Bank of America, sorry. But yeah, just on the break below level. What was it, 23? Yeah, I said break below 23, break above 23.40. So 23.40 was way up here. Let's see. AMD was the next one. Yanni called this in the live levels and plays, as well in voice chat. First candle in the 5 minute popped on it. I probably would wait for the second, just like you saw me do on the Beyond play, just so you get that confirmation. You could have just got in on the first 5 minute candle, but this gives you a little more hope. Plus, you had your momentum and your MACD flying, so that's good. And I did notice the divergence here on MACD. You have MACD going down as prices going up, so I'd like to see the turnaround on that tomorrow. AMD might have a correction day soon. Here on Nvidia, I said break above break above 312.50, break below between 307 to 308.80. Didn't really have to worry about that, besides that one time in pre-market. I think that was about where I was probably putting this on the list, entry-wise. Again, like AMD, a lot of these were more one-directional today. Very good. Momentum flying. Very, very strong confirmation. And this is just using MACD, just another way you can confirm. Some days I'll just go through this. Some days you won't even see me have indicators. But that would have been a good entry. Rest of the day just kind of rose, so almost any time in Nvidia would have paid you. Hopefully you didn't get like a very close contract or super out of the money, so your IV and theta didn't eat you up or anything. Here on BA is the next one. BA kind of did a bunch of stuff. I said break above 132, break below 129.40. Oh, so this is actually wrong. It's higher than that. There we go. That looks right. Here on the break below, this would have been your confirming candle, as you did have an increase in momentum. So that would have been good to play. Quick scalp, nothing insane. Exit indicator, how would you have known to exit? This is a very known reversal candle, as well as you have momentum losing here. And that's just using MACD. I'm not even using anything crazy. Let's see what volume was doing. Once you got to here, volume started decreasing as well. So that's a double confirmation that your volume's decreasing as you got to this. When I see that kind of stuff, that makes me think I have a higher chance of going up on the next candle than I do going down. You don't know what's going to happen, but you don't want to get caught trying to chase your fill. So, always good to note that. Never came back up and hit our above. Let's see what Tesla did. I did watch Tesla a lot today with the chat. Let's clear this because, oh no, wait. A lot of these are my lines. Very tight range being used as support on the 30-minute between 766.65 and 791. So that was all the way below. We're good on that one. Above 805, target 1 would be 811. So I said this was my break above. First target. Second target would be the 818.50, which was this. Actually, it was a little lower than this. About right there, which is pretty much the peak of this move. So 2 very good targets as well as a good entry. It didn't pop super fast, so you had good confirmation to get in on this momentum candle. A momentum flew, volume flew, everything's moving up. That would have been good confirmation to get in. Second entry or target to get out of first entry, and then vice versa again for this one. Target 3, that would have been, or target 2 would have been good. I set a third target at 826, but we didn't quite get to that. This wick did try to go towards it. Square's the next one. Square just consolidated. Nothing really to talk about this one, but this does make tomorrow more significant, more crucial. You might get a very tight explosion. I'm just going to leave these levels. We'll probably be using them tomorrow unless we get some crazy extended hours reactions on this stock. The next one would be Facebook. Someone messaged me about this one before the video started, and I wanted to run this down over for them. But they asked me, why did I choose this to 1160? And I said because it was the bottom of this tiny little gap. It just made it that much more impressive to me, as well as it lining up over here. I mean, this is a constant point of interest. So it just made that much stronger to me this morning when I chose it on stream. So that's why that was my break above. There was nothing crazy. I didn't see the future or anything. But it did end up using this as support. And just like on my strategy, I tell you guys at 80% confidence is when this hits. Popped up the rest of the day. You never had a problem. Till that power hour sell off. We have Microsoft, Roku, and Netflix. I said above 184, below 182. Let's go ahead and remove that. 184. 182 is way down here. Oh, there it is. So as you can see, we had a good break. This looks just like our AMD NVIDIA Beyond plays, where we had a couple 5-minute candles. We got some support, and then we got some momentum rising. Momentum's rising. Volume's a little hard to tell on that. I don't know why it's popping up like that. Not really helping. Sometimes it'll do that. Either way, though, you had very strong confirmation on your MACD, as well as the break of the level. Consolidation push, consolidation push. Yeah, you just kept making higher highs. You really wouldn't have ever exited Microsoft. I'm surprised it ran that much today, but awesome. Roku, again, being patient, letting the play come to you. The patient play pays. Here on the retest, you never got confirmation that it was going down. You did have this candle hit, but you never had a strong enough confirmation because you have momentum pushing up as you have volume selling. So there was definitely a squeeze between these two. So a pop was coming, whether it was down or up. So that was really good confirmation if you would have waited for that. I probably wouldn't have entered until I saw the break of this after I saw all that movement. So somewhere in this candle I would have got in, held through it. If it didn't break this, that would have been a good stop loss. Would have been your entry level. So good play on that one. Last one's Netflix. I said above 436.40, and it just looks like almost all of the plays on the list where it's just super early out the gate. Now this would have been very good entry. Your little 3-bar play here, or 4-bar play, I guess you want to call it. But this would have been strong entry after you saw the break of this. But that was a strong entry though. That would have been hard to get in on this first candle. I wouldn't have beat you up, or you should beat yourself up if you couldn't get in on this candle. That's not surprising. You'd be chasing a fill at that point, and then you would have been freaking out as it does this, so that would have really hurt you. And again, that's just psychology of it. This is people speed buying, this is people selling, and then there's probably a bunch of buyers who think, damn, I really screwed up, I'm going to cut losses. So that's also a part of this selling. And then you got the guys rebuying to overthrow that. So it really, some people get screwed. Perfect flag play there, though. If you didn't play Netflix, I don't blame you, but I am very bullish on it, just like I said this morning in the stream. Just because there's so much demand for Netflix type stocks, and Netflix makes their own content. There's a lot of good fundamental side of them. But again, guys, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, and thank you.